timed it perfectly, spot on 8 o'clock. Do you know, I've been trying to practice, I've been watching BBC, and they give you this second countdown. How come I never get it right? 1 minute is 32 seconds, next minute is 6 seconds, and then it's 10 seconds. So what I've done tonight is, I watched the telly, and I'm right on the button at 8 o'clock. So, may as well start off how we finish. Cheers, everybody. Well, once again, folks, I'll need to thank you for all your response and your remarks, and a wee bit praised as well. I've done our... Hi, Brian. I'm not going to start shouting them out. I'll just wave to you, okay? I done our magical, varied day. I had my breakfast, got my washing and dried, and I may as well tell you. Would you believe it? I've been accepted for volunteering for the house. Now, is that no great? I was approached a couple of weeks ago, and if I'd like to be a befriender. And I've been accepted because I've got necessary protection certificates and all that stuff you need now. And I started yesterday, and my second day today. So I work about 2 hours a day. And at the present time, I'm doing okay. So it's something to carry on with, making contact with people that's lonely, where it may be. So maybe try and get... hi, John and Marion, and maybe some down the road. I might be able to give them a couple of laughs, I don't know. But time will tell. But so far, so good it's went. So, and I've allowed them pick the time they want me to phone. So, fortunately, nobody's picked 6 o'clock in the morning, because I don't think I'd be ready for that. So, here we go. Now, I had a request for somebody. I'll make him anonymous, just in case. And he thought I should have a question and answer session, maybe afterwards. But it might depend what kind of question they're going to ask me. So, I'll wait and see. I think what I'll do is, I'll do as I did before. You can let me know if you fancy a question and answer session. And we can maybe do so much, stop a certain time and have a question and answer. I'm quite happy to do that. So that's what's going on. Now, where are we here? Oh, see, it's off the queue. Whoever writes this up, they all get it wrong. Anyway, you've seen my title tonight, RSA. Now, it's not to do with the army. It is the Republic South Africa. Now, and I've got my wee friend with me as well. The reason I'm bringing that up, because I do a country, hopefully, I've quite a lot of countries still to go through yet. But I'm doing this part 1 and part 2. Tonight is part 1. So I may as well get sorted out. If you look at my t-shirt, how's that? Fantastic. Now, this is a unique one, because I don't know if you can read it or no. But you know, that is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Oxfam. Now, what about that then, I never get rid of it, because there's a wee connection, because I've been on Africa. So, I hope you like it. In fact, the big female in the front, I had a dance with her when she was doing a musical on Cape Town called Ipitombi. Check that out as well. So, I'm away from my wee pal. And guess who it is? Do you like that? Better see, I'll maybe move back a wee so you can see it. Now, for the Lion King. It's a cracker, so it is. Really, really good. It's lovely and warm where it may be. So, this is my wee pal. It's usually Leo the Lion, but I'm going to call it Piskies, because I was born in March. So, here we go. And I've got a wee song to go with it. In the jungle, the nighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the nighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I win my way, I win my way, I win my way, I win. Right, that's enough of that. That's the singing bye for the night. Right, Republic of South Africa. I applied for a secondment through a job for Yarrows. It's for a 3-year contract, and was going to transfer to a South African company called YAMCO, Yarrow African Maritime Marine. And went through different processes and were accepted, done medicals and all that. And Anne was quite keen to go as well, so we decided the only thing was, hi Di, hi John, hi Moira, hi Rachel. The only thing was, I had to give up my members of the union, because you couldn't be a member of the union in South Africa. So anyway, I done it. And the thing was, we're to go in an advance party to get settled in, and then we come back and get the wives and the family. So, Brian Round, what's that there? See the Lion Sleeps Tonight? What's going on here? Anyway, he's playing about my song already. So, that's what we done. There was a group of lads, went out themselves for 6 weeks. We travelled by KLM Airways via Amsterdam. And that was the first time I'd ever been on a walking pavement. Is it Schiphol is the name of the airport? I think it's called Schiphol. And it was amazing. I mean, that's way back in 75. There's a walking pavement. You've got Glasgow Airport, geez. Oh, that's a disaster area as far as I'm concerned for being updated, especially me, for the walking facilities. I know that you can go to the wee certain areas, they'll take you in a wheelchair and take you on the plane and all that, but no, I'm finished with travelling abroad because the carry-on got to go through the airport. And I'm not moaning about it. So that's what happened. From Amsterdam, we flew to Johannesburg. And Johannesburg, I think it's 6,500 feet above sea level. Christ. You can imagine the height of that. Then when we arrived and we're waiting for interflight to Cape Town, and holy Jesus, all of a sudden, this tribe came in. And it was a Zulu chief. And he'd their spears and they're all dressed up. And he'd all his bodyguards. And it seems that's the only time they're allowed. If it's an official visit, they're allowed to have the spears. Geez, we were going, geez, imagine if we try and take on that Zulu chief. Oh, and all the women were there, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But they had to wear a wee cover over top and that because they're in public buildings. So, anyway, that was us. We arrived in Cape Town, and then they booked us in a hotel in Muizenberg. And that's where we went in there into the hotel. Now, I must admit, the family owned the hotel was great, and I'll tell you a couple of stories later on. So the next day, they gave us a day to settle in. That's what it is after travelling. The next day, we get taken down to Simonstown, to the dockyard, to get introduction done. So we go into this conference room, and who's there? Now, how's this for a name? Commodore Klein Schmidt. He was a boss. And I must admit, a gentleman, I must admit, and thanks for coming to help out the South African Navy. But unfortunately, the job we're going out to do went down the toilet, because we went over there to start the Angola War, and all the defence money went to the Army and the RAF. Well, it was the Royal South African Air Force. So the work we're supposed to get didn't happen, and we get split into different sections. I was on the miner vessels, and a lot of the other guys were on mine hunters, but I was on minesweepers. So we done the various introductions, that was that done. The hospitality we got, I must admit, it was marvellous. We used to under the wing, and the thing was, you're not aware at that time the difference between blacks, cape colours, and whites. Difficult to accept and difficult to know what's your switch, but eventually you got to know the difference between a black, a cape colour, and a white. In actual fact, the blacks hated the Cape colours more than the whites because they're mixed breed. That's just a wee bit of information for you, maybe useless. So that was all the situation with that. The other thing was, this is amazing, because we were up the hill and was to go down to Cape, the Simonstown dockyard, so they arranged to take us down to show us the dockyard. And you know, with our chauffeur, he took us down in the limousine. We didn't walk down for the first time. He took us all down to the limousines. Absolutely top class. So, that was us getting introduced. And through, you get into the guys you worked with, then they invite you over their house to their family for barbecues, and it was wonderful. So then they get to know what you done, what your hobbies were, etc. And I told them I'd been a football referee. Oh, they were all on the moon together as a football referee. So they said, oh, would you mind if we arrange some games for you? And I said, aye, okay. You can arrange a couple of games for me. So after a week, I get a message to do a game the following Saturday. But in between that time, some of the guys were really into hockey, right? And we'd never played hockey before. And I'll tell you something, it's a nightmare. Oh dear, see my knuckles, and your ankles. You need guys know what to do, they know reversing the sticks and all that stuff and that. And us, we were running about with socks down to our ankles. And they already had all shin guards and that, so we had a few bruises. But it was all good fun, because after it, we had a marvellous barbecue. All the places on it have got barbecues and swimming pools. And the kids have paddling pools, so really great regards to that. So that was the hockey, right? And then, I think it was the second weekend, somebody suggested we go into a market in Cape Town, and that was another education. I've never seen so many folk in a market, and there's very few white folk there. So, but anyway, we went to the market, and that was the following Monday. We then get an introduction to the police to give us some guidelines what you're supposed to do when you're out, etc. Do your very best. Don't go into any townships, and they advise us that we got a licence for a gun. And I go, no, I don't fancy that. And they were explaining why, because there's a lot of robberies getting in. And nearly all the guys in my section had guns. And they kept them in their bedside cabinet, or even if I were in the car, they put it in the glove compartment. So I wasn't so they said, I said, well, personally, I'm not interested. And they said, well, you need to carry something, because you never know when you might be driving through a township and your car breaks down. Right? And my advice is, and you hope it doesn't break down. The other thing as well is, if you're driving along through a township and you knock somebody down, you don't stop. You just carry straight on to a police station, because if you stop, you'll be in the suit for the next day. So that was all I expressed, and it was quite scary. We didn't have cars at that time, so when we brought the wives and the families over, then I didn't have a gun. I carried a hammer in the side pocket. So that was regards to that. Now if I go back, the other thing was, I got in great with the family at the hotel. The two boys, the young boy played rugby, and the older brother helped in the hotel. And he said to me one day, weekend, he says, Billy, how do you fancy going to see a township? I says, oh aye. So he said, we're not getting into it, we'll just drive on the bypass, you can buy it. And that's what I did. And when he came to this township, holy Jesus, I never thought I'd ever see anything like in my life. Do you know there's over 1 million folk in this bloody township? So, that was another experience. So as it went on, because I was expecting out to Africa, there would be elephants walking about the place. But I was disappointed with that. But there's plenty of sharks, I'll tell you that. So that was us doing the township. So then, a wee bit back to the refereeing, right? They wanted to, the department I worked with was DNE, Director of Naval Engineering, and they wanted to do a friendly against the Navy boys, right? And it was a Saturday morning, and they said, well, we're barbecuing a few beers after it in the social club, right? Holy Jesus. I mean, some of the boys hadn't kicked a ball before. They had played hockey, and they were built like rhinoceroses, massive. So I managed to, I didn't play the full 90 minutes because it was always a bloody time, because the ball was never in the park. It was all getting booted out of the park, with their bodies lying around the place. So that was me for that. But I done another couple of games, and it was a lot better. There was a few cultured players there. But then, one of the guys that works in the office, right, he played for a big league up in Cape Town. And he said, Ed, do you fancy coming to the Sunday League and refereeing a game for us? I said, okay. He says, what it is, he says, it's all the countries. It could be Scotland against England, and a lot of my ex-professionals. And that's what it is. I says, okay, I'll let you know, he says. So he lets me know on the Friday, and he goes, right, this Sunday, tell me where the park was. He says, and it's Spain versus Italy, right? So I turns up, and the place was mobbed, absolutely mobbed. The game started, right? Do you know, it only lasted 20 minutes. The tackling was quite fierce right enough, and that, you know the Italians, but that wasn't the problem, right? All of a sudden, right, there's a big fight outside the park, and I'm stopping, everybody's all looking up, and all of a sudden the two guys pull out guns. Oh no, wait a minute, that's game's a bogey here. And it seems one of them was a bookie. And he wasn't paying this guy out for the game before, previous game. So that was it. 20 minutes, game was abandoned, I was off. So that was it. And the other experience I had was, we went one night to Cape Town Stadium. And who was playing? Bobby Moore. Oh, it was... I mean, that was him at the end of his career. Oh, but he stood out. Absolutely. He just stood there and passed the ball all over the place. Johnny Irvine, Alison Wood, Robert Mitchell, Johnny Howitt. So that was the football side. No, it wasn't all that. Anyway, then the social side came into being. As I told you, I got on very well with the manager in the hotel, and his wife and his boys. Let's see what happened there. Aye. So, his son, older son, catched on to me. So, he turned around and said, right, do you like wine? I said, aye, I quite like. He says, right, don't you tell the rest of the boys, but I'm taking you on Sunday to a vineyard, my pal's vineyard in Stellenbosch. Well, I went there. What a place. And this guy had the swimming pool as well. And the other thing was, he only made wine for folk with a lot of money. And that he specialised wines. So that was us sitting outside. Went for a wee swim first. Come in, some lovely, beautiful wine and cheese. And you know, I couldn't bite my finger on the road back. I was in the car. So the following week, he goes, you know I'm getting married, Billy. I says, aye. He says, well, next Sunday, I want you and the other boy you go with, I'm going to take you to the firing range. And I went, firing range? Aye. So he drove us to this place. It was a quarry. But all these things you could fire at. And he had another 2 guns in there at the back. And he went, right, Billy, that's one for you. It was a rifle, right? The other boy got a rifle. And he brought a gun with a holster. And he had images of folk revolved and all that. So he's always doing that. So he came back up and he went, right, see up there where the cans are, you have to fire at that. I says, aye, okay. and I put this gun at my shoulder, and I fired it. Christ, I nearly broke my bloody shoulder. It flew me in my back. I didn't realise that the recoil was as bad as that. So that was that there. And then the following week, we got an invitation to the boys' wedding. Now, they were Jews, and I'm not against the Jews, but I'd never been a Jewish wedding before. And I'll tell you something, it was the best wedding I've ever been at, to tell you. One of the best, I must have it. So, that's us. We all get dressed up, and we goes to synagogue across the road, and we got our wee caps on. And they done the business, we cracked the glass, stood in the glass, and then we went back to the hotel for the singing. So when it came to the band playing, right, the boys' dad says, right boys, you're from Scotland, we all know you're really good singers, so we want you to do some of the cabaret night. And we were going, geez, we hadn't researched this. So anyway, we sang the Northern Lights of Old Aberdeen, and then I done I Love a Cookie, and doing like a deed balloon again. So anyway, when it finished, then because we were in the hotel, they said, right, free drink all night, get into the lounge, and the assistant manager will take care of you. So it must have been here to about 11 o'clock at night. Must have been, maybe more than that. The assistant manager comes round and says, Billy, I've been instructed by my boss, you know, big mister. I said, aye, what about? He says, he knows you're the only one he could trust. So, I'm away to my bed, right? There's the keys to lock up the bar, and you can do what you want, right? And the boys are going, oh, you're a dancer. So, that was us. We were behind the bar, where it may be. So it was getting on a wee bit later, and I said, right boys, bar's shut. They looked up. Well, one of my pals was a diabetic, and he was looking a wee bit keeky, right? So he went up to the room, and I was in the next room to him, and in, chapped the door and say, you all right? No answer. Chapped again. No answer. So I said, the rest of the boy says, big man's not answering his door. So we looked through the keyhole, and here he's in the chair, out of the game. Now, we were sure he should have taken some insulin, right? And he wouldn't wake, we're chapping the door where it may be. So, and here's me and his arm. I says, right, he's next door to me, and we were one flare up. I says, if his window's open, I'm going in the window. And the boy said, you need to go on that ledge to walk along. I says, it's got to be. I says, you may be pan breed in there. So, there I go, outside. And I looked down and I went, oh Christ. So I managed to walk along. The window was open a wee bit. I opened it, went in, and I opened the door for the rest of the boys to get in. And we got them to waken up, and we got them to come round, and that was it. So that was the first part. I've got more stories in South Africa, but I'll keep it for another night because it can be quite good. Now, I get told sometimes I talk too long. Maybe that's what it's all about. So if you think I speak too long, you can tell me, pull the plug, whatever you want to do. Now, do you know tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 1st of April, in case you don't know. And it's April Fool's Day. And I've managed to get a celebrity here tomorrow night to appear with me for a wee while. So, hold on, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night. There's a celebrity coming. Anyway, cheers for all the best. Take care. Stay safe. Did your tell. Stay in. It's going to get bloody worse. So, do as the old man tells you. Bye-bye.